Hello users of YouTube and welcome to yet a new episode of Daniel's Videos and Etc. guys. The main importance of the story is on the unboxing for the Soundblaster Audigy SE. I believe SE stands for second edition. So, I got this Soundblaster card at Micro Center for about 30 bucks, right here, 30 bucks. On the box, it says it works with Windows 8. It's a perfect upgrade from a basic motherboard audio to outstanding music, movie, and game sound. Yep. It is 24-bit audio, 96 kilohertz at 100 decibels SNR. It has Creative EAX Advanced HD. Goes from 5.1 to 7.1 surround sound. So it supports up to 7.1 surround sound stereo system. Anyway, here's some information on the back. It says it dramatically improves your MP3 music listening experience, brings out the best in your music with bass boost, smart volume management, audio cleanup, and more. Listen to your favorite MP3 music in breathtaking 7.1 surround with CMS MSS surround technology. Nothing really much here. Here's the important information for you guys out there who need to read it. This is for... There we go. Technical specs. This is playback, 24-bit digital to analog conversion, 16 or 24-bit with sampling rates up to 96 kilohertz, 2 analog 7.1 speakers, recording 24-bit analog to digital conversion, and 16 or 24-bit sampling rates up to 96 kilohertz. SPDIF output with up to 24-bit resolution at selectable sampling rates of 44.1 kilohertz, 48 kilohertz, and 96 kilohertz. Onboard connectors include line level out, front, rear, side, center subwoofer or headphone out, line in, microphone in, digital I/O, and that's an asterisk, aux in, supports SPDIF out for stereo speakers or SPDIF in out with Creative Digital input-output modules sold separately. Alright, so that's basically the basics of this basic sound card. Anyway, let's go ahead and unbox this. I'll show you guys what you'll get in here. Alright, so, oh yeah, the system requirements. I forgot to go that. I always forget the system requirements. It says right here it supports minimum Microsoft Windows 7 up to 7, as low as XP, a Service Pack 2, and 64-bit. Intel Pentium 3 Celeron 1 GHz or equivalent AMD processor. Available PCI slot, 2.1 compliant, 128 megs of RAM, 600 megabytes of free hard drive space, headphones or amplified speakers, CD-ROM, CD-RW, or DVD-ROM drive for installation. Note games and other applications may have higher system requirements. Alright, so before I get right into opening this thing up, I want to tell you this now. I read on the internet that when you buy this audio card, it actually comes with the software, but the software that's on that disc is really not the drivers. It's more of bloatware, if you call it. Alright, so anyway, opening up the box, it says right here, you can see inside, designed with Microsoft Windows XP. Okay, opening up the box, you get one creative card, or what do you mean creative card? Soundblaster, sorry, I don't know what I was thinking there. Soundblaster and an anti-static bag. I'm going to go over little specific things. I want to see if MIDI works on this thing, because I couldn't find anything on the internet that said it does. So right here, this is the quote-unquote driver disc, but I don't think it really is a driver disc. We'll see if we can get this to install in Windows 7 without the drivers. This is information about the Creative Audio Pack. I don't really need that. I just want the audio card from it, pretty much, because I like Soundblasters. Support book. And the nice quick start guide. Alright, so that's pretty much it in the box. So we will go ahead and look into it. Alright, so trying not to install this, that's the key here. So according to the quick start guide, oh, it's one of those stinking map things. Can't fit this in the camera very well. It actually says right here, well, the stuff that it can come with, or these are the optional accessories. This is the card. This is the low profile bracket, but this does not come with the one I have. It says it's selected models only. The digital input output module, I guess this is for SPDIF. I don't have anything that accepts that connection, so I'm not going to use it. This shows you how to change the for low profile, installing the hardware for low profile. I mean, it's your typical setup. I mean, really, it's like just install it in the computer, slide the card in. It's like pretty simple, because with Windows and plug and play. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Here we got the card. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the bag. That is a Creative Soundblaster. As stated in the corner, Creative Soundblaster. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to the Floater 288 and install this card right now. Anyway guys, here I am at Floater 288. My motherboard only accepts up to 3 expansion slots. It has a PCI Express x 16 slot, a PCI slot, and a PCI Express slot, and unfortunately all of those slots have been occupied. Whoop, that did not good. Yeah, I just lost my case screw. It fell in the back. I'm gonna get it later. Alright, so anyway, taking off this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my FireWire card, because I don't use this at all, so that's what I'm going to use to get rid of. Alrighty guys, I just hooked up the card. It's right there. Here's the old FireWire card. This is just a generic inland card. It doesn't even have actually the brand name on it at all, except there's a sticker on the back, but anyone can slap a sticker on a card like that. So I'm going to put this card in the bag temporarily. I'm going to put it in another one because it's a smaller one. Alright, so anyway, yep, the card is in there. I'm gonna go ahead and close the case up. I'm not gonna install the. I'm not gonna plug in anything yet into it until I officially power this thing up. Oh, I also forgot to mention this. This uses a PCI slot. It is not PCI Express. This is a pretty. This is your typical card. It's not anything special. It's not really good, high quality, super Sound Blaster or anything like that. It's just a. It gets the job done. In the case of me. All right, guys. I'm gonna switch on over to the computer right after I grab the screw from the floor. Alrighty, guys. I just loaded up Windows 7 here on the computer, and it's being Windows as usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the computer. So we will see if that audio card was correctly installed. So according to the computer, it has detected an audio controller. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that it has detected an audio controller. This is probably most likely the card. I'm going to go ahead and try to install it from here. Update driver software. Browse my computer. No. Browse my computer. Let me pick from the list. I'm going to go ahead. I should really use my Elgato for this. I should start someday. There we go. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying not to use the drivers that are on disk. I'm basically trying as my best not to. And I don't even see the creative drivers at all. So here's what we are going to do. I'm going to stop the video, I'm going to go to their website and download the drivers off their site. I don't recommend using the disk at all. You try to, if possible, try to download the drivers from the internet. Or have Windows automatically install it for you. I'm going to do it from the internet, so just warning you guys. I'm going to be right back. Alright guys, I downloaded the driver from Creative's website, so now I'm going to go ahead and run it. I also downloaded some Windows 95 MIDI files from the internet so I can play them back to make sure they work, because I don't think Windows 7 comes with any MIDI music. Alright. Okay, this looks really old. Before you proceed with the installation, make sure that no other applications are running or active in the computer. Alright, it says, agree, yeah I do. Anyway, as usual, I knew it would ask for a restart, but anyway, I think it's installed. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the computer here, and I'll catch you guys back in a moment. Alright guys, I'm back on the desktop. Looks like it's asking me to run an oh, it says it detected the Audigy. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Audio control panel is installed. Audio control panel 32-bit, and it's a picture of a audio card. Device manager. Yep, the device manager is open. I don't see any devices here that are. I do not see any devices that have an issue. Let's go ahead and see. Sound card. Oh, there it is. Down there. Soundblaster Audigy. So it was successfully installed, thank goodness. Alright, so here's the control panel. Here's asking for our speaker configuration. Alright, I set up my settings, switched it to the correct settings, making sure the audio works. We're going to compare that to the new one. So here is Box Brandenburg Concerto No. 3 as a MIDI. Okay, so I can tell they both sound the same. I'm gonna play computers again. This is with the old card.
Computers are at my window making irritating noise. Computers are at my window making irritating noise. Computers are in the way when I try to look at the ground.
Okay, so after noticing that, I noticed that the new card it's a little bit bassier, the music, and it sounds more crisp, as well as more separated. I mean, there's much better audio separation than the old card onboard audio is. So, sounds good. Alright. So, yeah, that is cool. That works. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and close out of Windows here. I'm going to switch on over Ubuntu. Alright guys, here I am in the sound manager for Ubuntu. There's the built-in audio coming from the motherboard, and it automatically installed and detected the new Soundblaster card I installed. This test we're going to test MIDI, and we're also going to test the built-in audio with MIDI. But first we're going to do a test through Ubuntu. We are going to do more slug bug.
Computers are at my window making irritating noise.
Alright, so there's an instant problem. Audio is coming out of one channel but not coming out of the other, and it's playing slow. So there's a problem with the audio card. Alright guys, I'm back. It took a couple moments, but I was able to fix the audio. I had to look it up on the internet, but I actually was able to figure it out myself. Turns out, when you install the card, for some whatever reason, the audio levels in the ALSA mixer are screwed up. So what I did was, I went and found analog front, and I boosted the audio all the way up to 100, so both levels can meet at the same temperature, and I brought it back down to about 60. Right now, the volume is currently about halfway. The problem is the audio doesn't seem to be very loud coming out of it. I guess it might be another issue, but either way I was able to get it working for the most part. So just for now I'm going to set the audio to about 66, and that's what it's going to be at. And then I'll adjust it from the middle. Just, yeah, 66 will be alright.
Computers are at my window making irritating noise.
Alright, so that is sound test for music. I'd say the old card sounds a little bit better in this case, but it's okay. Next card, we're going to go ahead and test this with MIDI and see if this will work. Audio. Alright, I think it's playing through the built-in card. So this is I'm a Believer MIDI on the old card. Alright people, so that's a test with audio quality. I'm sorry I wasn't able to play the same MIDI file in Windows, but that's basically, yeah, that's it. That is the new sound card. That is the Creative Soundblaster Audigy SE. That is the new sound card. So yeah, it took a while to set the card up in Linux, but I think it works pretty well. Certain things that are not the same compared to the old one though, that I want to adjust. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. So guys, thanks for watching. Like if you like it, dislike if you hated it, subscribe if you'd like. More videos in the coming. I think I'm gonna have my video upload one video every week. Pretty much, I think that's how it's gonna be, unless otherwise I don't feel like it. But yep, that's it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.